Hello, welcome to Query Child. Today we're playing with the Spellbinders Club Kit for July 2026. I have all 10 clubs from All Craft Create. So we'll be making total 10 cards. That'll be part 1 and part 2 of the video. The foil that comes with this month's press and foil kit of the month is silver foil. Here I'm just running down each product line, show you what they consist of. For my first card, my background is using 3D embossing folder of the month, Festive Greeting. I have pre-run this off camera, then I took Lisa Horner Metallic Gold, Solid Gold, directed to paper to make my background stand out more. And focal point, I used stitch die of the month, Sweater Weather Friend. I did not stitch this one. I used pattern paper to cut out my sweater and my scarf. And the sentiment is from the Clear Stand and Die of the Month, Cute the Mary. For my second card, I used nested postage label and tab die to die cut a piano and a matte layer. Then I using Clear Stand and die set of the month, Cute the Mary, I using the snowflake to decorate my background. For my focal point, I'm using large die of the month, Mary Shuffle. I have pre-die cut assembled the sender. Before I glue down my sender, I also using the sentiment from the Clear Stand and die set of the month, Cute the Mary, for my sentiment from the Jelly Dude. Using the Road Trip Adventure sentiment, the postage stamp, and the cancellation stand to stamp on my card panel before I glue down my sender. After I'm done, I'm using foam tape to help me glue down my sender so the leg could be dancing on my card panel. I decided to glue down my card panel to my matte layer first before I glue down the sender, and after I glue down the sender, I put it on my card base and my card is finished. For my third card, my background, I had to run a light brown cardstock using perfect rectangle and tie-dye off camera, then run it through the embossing folder of the month, snugly knit. Then I use Lisa's Horner interfere in to run directly to paper to make my background stand out more, glue down to my card base. And my focal point, I use Stitch Dye of the Month sweater weather friend. I had to stitch the sweater and the scar. I use pattern paper, glue down to my card panel. And my sentiment is from Clear Stand and Dye of the Month, Cute and Mary. For my fourth card, I took a bright gold shimmer cardstock, run it to die cut machine using perfect rectangle and tie dye, trim the panel down, and run it to my 3D embossing folder of the month, Festival Greeting. And I glue down to my card panel, to my card base, and of course I had to trim my card base. My card base always not the correct size, and I took two balance sticker sheet I had. One of them I use the sentiment from the Clear Stand and Die Set of the Month, Cute the Merry Christmas. I heat embossed it, and I use a golden thread. At first I was going to use the silver circle string, but it won't fit to the hole. I didn't want to make the hole of the tag bigger, so I found a golden thread, thread it in there, and tie it down with two sheets, the balance sheet. One of the focal point I'm using is from the All Club Create bonus item of July 2026 Mary Bear, glued down on the other tag, and just kept it simple, and this card is finished. For my fifth card, I trimmed the panel down using perfect rectangle and tie dye off camera, then runner in my BetterPress using the press and foil of the month, Festive Forest. This one comes with 3 cm straight cornering die set, and also foil of the month is silver. I did not use hot foil this time. Then I go down to my card panel, trim off any excess, and then focal point I'm using Old Club Create exclusive for July 2026 Candy King Swing. I use the penguin and the snowman, and the Christmas light I'm using from the large die of the month, Merry Shuffle, and my card is finished. For my sixth card, I'm using Stencil of the Month, Holiday Harmony. This stencil have 5 layers. I only use the first 4 to give it a Merry Christmas bubble background. I use Lisa's Horner Interfere Ink for all my ink blending on my layer stencil. is the 5th layer of the stencil. I decided not to use it. And once my panel is dry, I take Spellbinder A2 matting layer B to trim my panel down. And then the focal point, I'm using small die of the month, Snow Much Fun, the penguin. And sentiment is from Clear Stand and die set of the month, Cute the Mary. I hope my video inspired you to create. If you need to go shopping, please use the link I have provided down in the description box at no extra cost to you, which helps support my channel. Also, let Spellbinder know I inspire you. Thank you. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.